Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. James Rule XRP Monday afternoon. I tell you what, I got the luggage spread across my bed. I got the checklist. I got everything hanging. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get everything to fit in my luggage. I'm going to bring my cowboy hat. I'm going to bring my XRP swag. Wow, I'm so excited. I'm going to get to attend XRP Las Vegas again this year, and I can't wait to see all you guys and gals out there. It's going to be a blast, and I will be there Wednesday. So let's go ahead and get started. A real good friend of mine, digital asset guy, we both have each other's phone number. He called me yesterday and he sent me this video first, and he said, James, do you think it would be okay if I sent you this video, because I think it was a scam and I want to get it out to the masses? And I said, absolutely. Well, here is what happened, and we're going to talk about it briefly after the video. So have a listen.
Digital asset guy. Yesterday, I received the most sophisticated crypto scammer attack in my decade-long crypto career. I've dealt with hundreds of scammers, emails, phone calls, text messages, you name it, and I've gotten pretty good at picking out the scammers. But yesterday, I will admit, it was sophisticated enough that they almost had me convinced they might not be a scammer. So I got a phone call, I look at my phone, and it says iTrustCapital. And it's the exact number that I have saved in my phone as one of my contacts saying they're calling me. I pick up, they say, hello, this is so-and-so with iTrustCapital. Is this so-and-so? I say, yes. And I'm thinking this is probably a scam, but let's hear what they have to say. So they rattle me and they say, we just wanted to confirm that you have decided to distribute your IRA in a very large amount. We wanted to make sure that this was you initiating this, just because it seems a little out of the ordinary for you. And these guys are very good because they knew exactly how to say it so that it seemed legit. And I said, certainly not. That was not me. And they said, in that case, we urge you to change your password immediately. And there's one other issue, and I'm thinking that's kind of normal that they would tell me that. They're not asking for anything. So I'm kind of playing along, but I'm kind of thinking it might be real. I mean, it came up iTrustCapital, saved in my phone. So then they say there's one other thing, though. Also, there's another problem. Someone is initiating a withdraw to a private custodial wallet, kind of like a hardware wallet. Was this you? And I said, no, definitely not. And they said, well, it's pretty clear that your account is being hacked. So we would advise you we're going to lock down your account and you should change your password. They said, we just want to verify that this is your account. Can you verify what type of hardware wallet you use so that we can make sure that it came from that hardware wallet when you open this account and funded it with crypto? And right there, I knew that's not a thing. And I knew when they said that they were sending it to a hardware wallet, that wasn't a thing, because I know iTrustCapital has a closed loop system. So I hung up, I called iTrust, talked to somebody that I know and trust there. They said that wasn't us. We would never ask that. So I try to call back this scammer to maybe see if they'll give me a name, kind of try to play along, see what info I can get, because I'm constantly fighting this war of scammers, like a lot of us are, James Rule, DAI, Brad Kimes, all that. So anyway, I call back. It connects me to iTrust's actual hotline, where it's the same number saved in my phone, same number as.
So anyway, what happened is these scammers duplicated iTrustCapital's phone number when contacting Digital Asset Guy. They asked him all these technical questions, and when it came to the part of someone moving to an external wallet, well, if you didn't know, iTrustCapital has a closed loop system. So if you deposit crypto, if you deposit cash, the only way to get those funds out is going to be cash only. iTrustCapital has the best rates. I am very satisfied, 5-star rating with iTrustCapital, because they have kept my XRP safe for almost 7 years now. Throughout the lawsuit, throughout all the bullshit we put up with our governments, they have kept my retirement accounts, my premium custody accounts, my Roth IRAs, clean and safe and protected with institutional grade custody. Sign up below, get a $100 funding bonus. Keep your future generational wealth secure with iTrustCapital, people, and watch out for scammers. Do not answer the phone calls. Let it go to voicemail. Total crypto market, 2.67 trillion. We're down a bit. Bitcoin is a little below 77,000. Ethereum is 2288. XRP is $1.39. Back up the truck, not financial advice. Ripple posted this just a few minutes ago. Looking for better odds with your treasury management partner? Bad treasury management is the real gamble. Meet Ripple Treasury. Treasury.ripple.com. And where is this? Well, this is at the Paris Las Vegas casino. Ripple Treasury, more settlements, less settling. They're getting it out there to the masses. And I'm so excited. I'm going to be here in a couple of days, and Ripple's going to be there, and we're going to have so much fun. Mentioning Las Vegas, I'm going to get there Wednesday. And I do not have any plans for Wednesday evening. I know there's a huge XRP meetup. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to attend that one. But Ray Fuentes wants to get together with like a happy hour to celebrate the 4th annual XRP Las Vegas. Real conversations, real builders, real value. We can live stream we can have a Twitter Spaces while we're there. And we will keep all of you guys and gals updated on X. I'm sure we will post where we're going to be Wednesday evening. So stay tuned for that. And I want to thank Ray Fuentes for putting this together. XRP Las Vegas, April 30th through May 1st at the Paris Las Vegas. XRPLasVegas.com. I went into Grok and I had them sum up the speaker panel. And Grok did a really good deal. Ripple and XRP Core. You got Brad Garlinghouse, CEO at Ripple. Jack McDonald, SVP of Ripple and RLUSD. You got David Schwartz, Emeritus, CTO at Ripple. Major exchanges, payments, and infrastructure. You got Keith Grossman with MoonPay. Roshan Roberts with OKX. Nancy Beaton with Uphold. Paul Unterberg with Uphold. Simon with Zebic. Hugo with Flare Networks. Stefano with Virtuals Protocol. Vibu with Solana, and then you got institutional finance. You got Lexi Gunter with Franklin Templeton, people. You got Ashish Burla with Evernorth, Matt Hogan with Bitwise, Sal with Techrium, Lloyd with Howden, Jake Boyle with Caleb and Brown. And then you got the legal parts. You got Christian Carlo, Digital Dollar Project, Chris Brummer with Blueprint, John Deaton, senatorial candidate for Massachusetts, James Murphy, Meta Lawman, Greg Kidd, Vast Bank. And then community, media, and emerging innovators. You got Paul Barron with the Paul Barron Network, Ellie Terrett with Crypto in America, Dom and Phil Kwok with Easy Aid. They're going to have a $100,000 hackathon. And congratulations to all of you hackers out there that got a free trip to Las Vegas. I can't wait to meet you all. Chandler Fang, the founder of T54 with AI automation, Zach Hammond with Sigma community member, and Ben Davis with the Fuzzy Space host. So this is just a part of what's going to be taking place Friday and Saturday, or Thursday and Friday in Las Vegas at the Paris. And it's going to be so exciting to hear all the speakers, to meet all the people, to meet the people from the XRP community, the XRP Army, all of you out there. And when I'm there, I'm going to give away 2 members of the community a decent biometric wallet, sealed in the box, $99 value. It uses your thumbprint to validate XRP, Bitcoin, Flare, Zebic, ADA, whatever transactions you want to transact with. This little device makes it happen, and you can be your own bank. It makes it easy. It's a tiny object. It's secure. And check out Decent below. They just made this splash page for me. I want to thank Decent for doing so. So let's go to the next one. Morgan Stanley Investment Management launches stablecoin reserves portfolio. MSNX XX. It says Amy Oldenburg, head of digital asset strategy for Morgan Stanley, stressed the firm-wide focus on expanding access to digital investment solutions. Developing innovative ways to work with stablecoin issuers is another step towards modernizing the financial infrastructure and a key way to improve our institutional clients' experience, says Oldenburg, creating opportunities for all client segments as markets evolve with making the next phase of finance possible and more broadly accessible. Clients are asking for stablecoins. Clients are asking for crypto. Clients are asking CPAs about crypto. So the Clarity Act is what we're waiting on. And I had Grok sum up a report talking about the Clarity Act, what's going on with the banks, what's going on with the community. Well, the Clarity Act is the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2025, HR 3633, bipartisan U.S. regulatory framework. What the bill does, it divides assets, securities, digital commodities, stablecoins, clear rules for exchanges, brokers, DeFi, token classification, custody, and market structure. Ends regulation by enforcement. Passed the House with strong bipartisan support in 2025. The bank's perspective, deposit flight and reduced lending, trillions at risk, systemic risk and shadow banking, protect FDI safety net and credit access for communities, and unfair competition to traditional banking. They are complaining about the stablecoin yield. Still, community perspective. Landmark regulatory clarity and U.S. global leadership, innovation and consumer benefits, drives adoption and ends enforcement-only regulation, and activity-based rewards support product design. So we are trying to get this to go through. It is taking time. And, I was telling you that individual investors like you and I are demanding these financial institutions give them opportunities to invest in digital assets and blockchain technology. And like your local CPAs, you ask your CPA, okay, I have a 1099 DA. I need you to tabulate what I paid for this crypto, how many I sold, is it long-term, is it short-term? The CPAs are looking at you like a deer in the headlights. And I asked Grok to spit this out for me. And I said, and you wonder why crypto taxes were a clusterfuck this year. 92% of U.S. CPAs are not educated in crypto, people. 92% of U.S. CPAs are not educated in crypto. And what does that mean? It means that they're going to have to take classes. They're going to have to do the 150-hour education class. They're going to have to learn about blockchain and payments and long-term and short-term capital gains, and if there's going to be any taxation on cryptocurrencies that were created in the United States in the very near future. We may not have capital gains tax on XRP or XLM or ADA or other cryptocurrencies. So finally, I want to leave you with this. We talk about scams. I showed you digital asset guy at the beginning of this video and things that you really need to look out for. Well, look, Kaspersky finds 26 fake crypto wallet apps on Apple's App Store that can drain digital assets. So unless you know exactly what you're doing, if you receive an email and it says, update your firmware, here's Ledger, update your firmware, update your firmware. Well, open up the app on your phone and see if a pop-up comes up on the official app saying you need to update. Or Coinbase, go to your Coinbase account either on your phone or on your laptop or whatever, log into your account and see if it needs to be updated. But never trust an email. Don't click on any links in any email. Don't trust any help desk on social media comments. Don't trust any comments on YouTube videos because these are the fraudulent apps. They can't even spell it right. LEDDGER Live. This is a fake app. These are all fake apps that were derived out of it. MetaMask, Ledger, Trust Wallet, Coinbase, Token Pocket, IamToken, and BitPie. And they found that these were fake apps that people are downloading. And when they set up their recovery phrases, the scammers on the other side are writing down those 12 and 24 words. They are immediately duplicating the wallets of these victims, and they're stealing their XRP, their Bitcoin, their Ethereum, their Flare, their Zebic, whatever they put in there 5 minutes after they set up the wallet. And it's horrible. And it really irks me to know that these scammers and it irks me to know that Apple and Google are letting these apps enter the app stores for downloads. All right. So another thing, I went to the doctor. He gave me 2 shots. I said, Doc, I'm going to Vegas Wednesday. I need to get over this sinus cold. Well, I'm going to give you a steroid shot. I'm going to give you another shot. We're going to boost you up. We're going to give you a Z-Pack. We're going to get this crap knocked out before you get there. And that's why my throat right now is kind of scratchy. But anyway, I'm getting it out there. This will probably be my last video unless I create some content from the hotel tomorrow night. But anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. I can't wait to see all of you here in a couple of days. Follow me, hit the bell notification, like my videos, share my videos. The James Rural Crypto Show is out of here. And don't forget, people, I told you so.